What would happen to your body if, starting today, you stopped drinking soda, sweetened coffee, energy drinks, sweet tea, and other sugary beverages? Would you immediately lose weight? Would your blood sugar suddenly become perfect?
Would your body somehow detox?
Probably not. But something far more important begins happening every single time you choose water instead.
And some of the biggest benefits may have nothing to do with the number on your scale. First, we need to understand what counts as a sugary drink.
Most people immediately think about soda. But sugary drinks can also include sweetened iced tea, many energy drinks, sports drinks, fruit drinks, flavored coffees, and other beverages containing significant amounts of added sugar.
And the numbers can become surprisingly large. A typical 12-ounce can of regular soda can contain around 40 grams of added sugar.
That is roughly 10 teaspoons. Now imagine putting 10 teaspoons of sugar into a glass of water and drinking it. Suddenly, the amount becomes much easier to visualize.
But here's where things become more interesting. The problem is not simply that sugar exists.
The problem is how easily liquid sugar can enter your diet without making you feel as full as the same amount of energy coming from many solid foods. Imagine two people eating almost identical meals. Breakfast is the same. Lunch is the same. Dinner is the same.
But one person drinks water while the other adds 2 sugary beverages every day. Those drinks can quietly add hundreds of extra calories. And because beverages often produce less satiety than solid foods, people may not automatically compensate by eating less later. That matters. Because when you stop drinking sugary beverages, the first meaningful change is extremely simple.
You stop consuming those repeated liquid calories and added sugars. No detox.
No mysterious metabolic reset.
Just one major dietary source being removed. But what happens next depends heavily on one question.
What do you replace those drinks with?
If you replace sugary drinks with water or unsweetened beverages, your intake of added sugar can drop almost immediately. But that does not mean your blood sugar becomes perfect overnight.
Your blood glucose is influenced by your entire diet, your activity level, sleep, genetics, body composition, and underlying health.
So removing soda is not a cure-all. It is one variable.
A potentially important variable, but still one part of a much bigger metabolic picture.
You may also notice something psychological. The exact time you normally drink something sweet, your brain may start expecting it.
Lunch comes. You reach for the soda. The soda is no longer there.
And suddenly, you realize that drinking sugary beverages was not always about thirst.
Sometimes it was simply a routine.
And this is where many people struggle.
The hardest part may not be what is happening inside your bloodstream.
It may be what your brain expects at 1 p.m.
tomorrow. But every time you replace that old habit with a different drink, something important is happening.
You are weakening one repeated source of excess sugar.
And over weeks and months, repetition becomes far more important than one perfect day.
It is tempting to call every uncomfortable feeling after quitting soda sugar withdrawal. But that explanation can be too simplistic.
Some sugary drinks also contain caffeine. If someone suddenly stops drinking several caffeinated sodas or energy drinks each day, they may also be sharply reducing caffeine.
That can affect how they feel temporarily.
So if you remove sugary drinks, pay attention to what else you are removing with them.
Sugar, caffeine,
Habit,
or all three.
Understanding that difference prevents you from blaming everything on sugar itself.
One of the clearest benefits of reducing sugary drinks involves your teeth.
The bacteria living in dental plaque can use sugars from foods and drinks and produce acids. Those acids can contribute to tooth decay over time. And frequency matters.
If someone slowly sips a sugary drink throughout the afternoon, their teeth may experience repeated exposure.
Replace that with water, and you remove one major source of frequent sugar exposure.
That means your oral health can benefit even if your body weight barely changes.
And this is an important point.
Not every health improvement has to appear in the mirror.
Think about two people. One drinks a sweet beverage quickly during a meal. The other keeps a bottle on their desk and takes small sips for several hours.
The second pattern repeatedly exposes the mouth to sugar.
So reducing sugary drinks is not simply about counting calories.
It can also reduce how often your teeth encounter fermentable sugars.
But now we arrive at the benefit most people are waiting for.
Weight loss?
And this is where social media often becomes misleading. Because stopping sugary drinks does not automatically guarantee dramatic weight loss.
If you remove one sugary drink every day, you may reduce your calorie intake.
But there is one condition. You cannot simply replace those calories somewhere else and expect the same result.
And that one detail changes almost every dramatic "I quit soda" transformation story you see online.
Suppose your usual drink contains 150 calories.
Stop drinking it. That potentially removes 150 calories from your day.
But then later, you feel hungrier and eat an additional snack containing 150 calories.
From an energy perspective, much of that difference has disappeared.
This is called compensation.
That does not make the drink substitution useless.
It simply means weight regulation is more complicated than subtracting one item and assuming a guaranteed result. Research examining the replacement of sugary drinks with non-caloric beverages generally suggests that this strategy can support modest weight benefits. The important word is modest.
Not 20 pounds in 1 week.
Not a complete metabolic transformation. Modest.
And clinically, modest changes can still matter, especially when they are sustainable. Consider the difference between making a change for 3 days and making the same change for 1 year. 3 days is an experiment. 1 year is a lifestyle pattern.
High intake of sugar-sweetened beverages has been associated with increased risk of weight gain and several cardiometabolic problems over time. But language matters.
Association does not mean that one soda directly causes diabetes. It does not mean everyone who drinks soda will develop heart disease. And it does not mean stopping soda guarantees protection. Health risk develops from many interacting factors. Diet, activity,
Genetics, sleep, body composition, smoking, medical history,
and many other variables. Sugary drinks are one part of that larger picture.
and this may be the most important reason to reduce them.
Not because something spectacular happens tomorrow morning, but because you may stop repeating the same metabolic burden hundreds of times per year.
One drink becomes 30. 30 becomes 100.
100 becomes 365. That is where small habits begin to matter. At this point, someone usually asks, if sugar is the problem, should I stop eating fruit too? No, whole fruit and sugary beverages are not nutritionally equivalent. Whole fruit contains fiber, water, vitamins, minerals, and numerous plant compounds.
Its physical structure also affects how quickly it is consumed and digested.
Drinking a large sugary beverage is very different from eating an apple.
This is why focusing only on the word sugar can create confusion.
Nutrition is not determined by one molecule in isolation. The food matrix matters. The total dietary pattern matters. And the amount consumed matters.
Regularly consuming large quantities of sugary drinks can contribute substantial amounts of rapidly available carbohydrate and calories.
Over time, diets high in sugar-sweetened beverages have been associated with increased risk of type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. But again, reducing sugary beverages should not be presented as a treatment by itself. Someone with diabetes should not stop prescribed treatment because they have stopped drinking soda. Someone with high blood pressure still needs appropriate medical care. Dietary improvement supports health. It does not replace necessary treatment.
That distinction is extremely important.
Now, let us correct 3 common myths. Myth number 1. Your body detoxes when you stop drinking soda. Your liver and kidneys already perform essential processes involved in removing waste products from the body. You do not need soda withdrawal to activate them.
You are simply reducing an unnecessary source of added sugar and calories. Myth number 2. You will automatically lose huge amounts of weight.
Not necessarily. Weight change depends on your total calorie intake and expenditure over time.
Myth number 3. You must remove every sweet-tasting food.
Again, no. The goal is not nutritional extremism.
The goal is improving your overall dietary pattern.
But that raises another controversial question. What about diet soda?
If regular soda contains large amounts of sugar, should you simply switch to diet soda? Or should you only drink water? The answer is not as simple as social media makes it sound. And context matters.
For most people, water is one of the simplest replacements. Unsweetened tea can also work. Sparkling water may help if you enjoy carbonation. And some people gradually reduce sweetness instead of stopping abruptly. Non-caloric sweetened beverages can reduce sugar and calorie intake when they replace full sugar drinks.
Soda gets most of the attention.
But look at what else people drink. Large flavored coffees, sweetened iced teas, energy drinks, fruit-flavored beverages,
Sports drinks.
some bottled smoothies.
Some of these can contain substantial amounts of sugar. And because the marketing may emphasize words like energy, fruit, vitamins, or performance, people sometimes assume they must be healthier than soda. But marketing language does not change the sugar content. Read the nutrition label.
Look at serving size. Look at added sugar when listed. And evaluate the drink as part of your entire diet.
If you currently drink several sugary beverages every day, you do not necessarily need an extreme overnight challenge. Start with the easiest drink to remove. If you normally have 3 sodas, replace one with water, then reduce another. If you sweeten tea heavily, gradually reduce the amount. If plain water feels boring, try chilled water, sparkling water, or adding fruit for flavor without turning it into another sugar-heavy drink.
And if you try this for 30 days, do not judge the experiment only by your weight.
In fact, there are 4 things you may want to track instead, because they can tell you whether the habit is genuinely changing.
First, track how many sugary drinks you consume each week. Not perfectly. Just honestly.
Second, notice how much added sugar you are removing from beverages.
Third, observe your cravings.
Does lunch still feel incomplete without soda after 2 weeks?
Or is the urge becoming weaker? And fourth, ask how easy the new habit feels.
Because the ultimate goal is not surviving 30 days.
The goal is reaching a point where drinking less sugar feels normal.
That is much more valuable than forcing yourself through a temporary challenge and returning to your previous habits immediately afterward.
So what actually happens when you stop drinking sugary drinks? You reduce a major source of added sugar.
You may reduce your daily calorie intake.
You reduce frequent sugar exposure to your teeth.
You may improve the overall quality of your diet. And over the long term, replacing sugary drinks with healthier options may contribute to better weight and cardiometabolic health. But none of this requires miracle claims.
You do not need a detox story.
You do not need a 7-day transformation. The evidence is compelling enough without exaggeration.
But sugary drinks are only one place added sugar hides.
There is another source millions of people consume every morning, often while believing they are eating a healthy breakfast. And that is exactly what we are breaking down in the next video.
Subscribe to All Health Code and watch that video next, because improving your health often starts with identifying the habits you never realized were a problem.